Hi, I'm Alex from NME, and today I'm joined by the stars of new film The Apprentice. It's Jeremy Strong and Sebastian Stan. How are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay. I'm going to list a couple of films, and I want to see if you can work out what they have in common. The Last Temptation of Christ, A Clockwork Orange, Monty Python's Life of Brian, and John Waters' Pink Flamingos.
What do they have in common?
Yeah. At some point, they've all been banned in the United States of America.
Oh, wow.
And of course, your film
Wow.
wasn't banned, but at any point, did you think that maybe people might not get to see it?
Yeah, I mean, it came very close to being blocked and not allowed to be shown in America, which was really unsettling and troubling. And, you know, even though we sort of narrowly escaped the jaws of censorship, it almost tipped the other way. And I find that very dark.
Is it possible, though, that more people might see the film now because of that controversy?
I think so. I mean, an interesting thing about the opening weekend that we had in the US, which we learned about, was that actually the numbers from Friday to Sunday grew. Usually it's the other way around. You have a Friday spike, and then Saturday is a little less, and then Sundays. But with ours, it sort of grew. And I think thanks to Donald Trump yesterday, you know, more people will get to see it.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Trump.
You know, the thing about being censored, I guess I would say, I do think more people will see it given the controversy, but I think people should see it, not because of the controversy, but because I think it's essential if you care about this election or the United States, or for that matter, the world right now. I think there are things in this film that are essential to understanding who Donald Trump is and how he was made, and the fact that he felt compelled to call us human scum and denounce the film, to me, means there's something in it that he finds threatening, and that's all the more reason for everyone to see it.
So do you think if he didn't find it threatening?
I think he just would not comment on it, but something about the film has provoked him. Now, that's not what we set out to do. We're not trying to defame him or vilify him. We're trying to tell an accurate story of these historical figures, and it's based on historical record and written by a journalist. So, you know, I think it's a pretty responsible and even humanizing portrait of Donald Trump and Roy Cohn.
Yeah. 1 second, listen,
Why is that?
because I'm rich, I'm handsome, I have a great family, I'm gonna be in the #1 building in New York. Listen to me. You're gonna have the life you can't even dream of, Ivana, with me. I love you.
Are you two the kind of actors who make playlists for your characters for a film?
I had a lot of Donna Summer.
Oh, really?
I had the La Caja Fall original cast album, among other things. But yeah, music is, I always listen to certain music around character.
I play the Rocky theme quite often, weirdly.
Oh,
which
really?
I could see him doing, like.
That's great.
It was just on repeat. It's just, you're always in the arena, you know.
But one question we ask everyone we interview is, what's an album you always go back to?
I don't know. I like instrumental music. I feel like it's good. I like but I can't think. I think the Boogie Nights soundtrack is pretty good, actually. If you think about an album.
Astral Weeks.
Van Morrison?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Do you remember when you first heard that album? What did it do to you?
A long time ago. You know, it's transportive and it's a pretty perfect album.
Yeah.
Nebraska, Springsteen's Nebraska.
Yeah. Which is interesting as well, because there are rumours that you were maybe going to join that new biopic.
Yeah, I am, but I'd always felt that way about that album.
Oh, really? Why that album and not maybe one of the other albums?
Something about Nebraska just always spoke to me. There's a melancholy to it. There's a narrative to it. It comes from a very deep place in him, and you can feel that.
Have either of you run across any of those artists that you really admire?
Well, I actually auditioned, never got it, for the Spider-Man musical that Bono wrote the music for. Yeah, I did a workshop, and at one point they were like, you know, they were like workshopping it. Doesn't mean you have the part or whatever. And at one point they're like, oh, Bono's gonna be like watching it, and I'm like, so anyway, that was as close as I got. But clearly didn't get that part.
Thanks so much for chatting to me,
Thank
guys.
you.
It's been an absolute pleasure.